All right. I can't go back anymore. Oh my gosh. All right. Hey guys. I'm back. I'm here on YouTube. I went MIA for basically a year. My last upload was a year ago in August 2024. It's now August 2025. And I kind of thought I would just kind of make this the opportunity for me to reintroduce myself and get back here on YouTube. Obviously, if you look at all the previous videos, everything it has to do with me competing in my first bodybuilding show. And I'm going to talk about what I've been up to since my bodybuilding show, like kind of like what went down, where I'm at now. It's going to be everything from my fitness journey to my business and just personal life endeavors. So I had to write everything down on here. I'm going to read it. I'm filming on a Sony camera, which is amazing because it's a win. My last two videos were filmed on a Sony camera. I'm trying to direct as many people on here from Instagram and TikTok as I can because that's where most of my following is. I don't really have a following here on YouTube. And I don't know what type of audience really is on here because a lot of what I talked about was having to do with my bodybuilding show and going into moving forward and what this YouTube channel will be. It's going to be obviously everything pertaining to my fitness journey and how I help other gay men who are looking to level up their physique, become their 2.0 version, their best self, and just who need help along their fitness journey. That is my audience, that is my demographic on Instagram, on TikTok. But what I wanted to say is basically, you know, I'm going to talk about like, you know, what to expect in this channel, post-show journey, and life updates. We'll see what order we go in. It's just how I feel. I'm just trying to make this as raw and real as I can. I didn't even shave for this, because I was like, I want to be shaved, I want to be clean cut, like a little scruff going, because honestly, if I wait till I shave, I'll never get this video out, you guys. I've been trying to get this video out for 2 months. I'm also wearing glasses because I'm trying to save money and, you know, prolong the whole having to get a new prescription for contacts. But anyways, so we're wearing the glasses, we got the curls and the hair back, we have everything going on here. So I also find that filming YouTube is so easy for me to just be more of myself, real and raw. I've always enjoyed creating content here because I don't feel like I need to have all these, like I have bullet points on what I want to talk about, but I don't feel like I need to script things out because I have to be real, you guys. Sometimes I script things out on TikTok and on Instagram because it's just short form content, trying to get to the point, and my brain will scatter. But here I don't feel like I need to do that because you guys want the long form content. So the content I'm gonna push on here, my cat's meowing. The content I'm going to post on here is not necessarily gonna be like this little reintroduction. It's not gonna be all bodybuilding stuff. It's gonna be just basically my own day-to-day life and what it looks like for me to grow my business as a fitness coach, helping other gay men, my own fitness journey, what my goals are right now, whether I'm cutting, bulking, or just in this weird season of being at maintenance and enjoying the body I've built for myself over the years. Or it could be like anything, just life events, and I'll get more into that in this video. Let's talk about why I stopped going on YouTube. So I kind of said this in the beginning, most of my following is on TikTok. I just reached over 10,000 followers around the beginning of July. It might've been late June of this year, 2025. I'm over 10,000 followers now. So happy about that. Thank you guys for who have supported me there. But on Instagram, I have like a mediocre following. I actually also had a lot of problems with Instagram. I had to restart a whole new channel because I just wasn't getting growth no matter how clear it was that I was trying to target the audience I wanted to reach. So I started a new Instagram page. I'm going to link it here on the bottom description. And I've experienced more significant growth there than I have in the last 2 years on my main Instagram account. So I'm still running both channels, but the main original channel will become my personal private life again, while the new one will become where I document everything with my fitness journey, adding value to gay men who are looking for help on their fitness journey, and just I'll even put my personal life on there, I don't care, but everything else in between. But the reason I stopped here on YouTube was because I just, you know, honestly guys, YouTube is my favorite form of content to create, but it is also the most draining and time consuming content to create. And with not really having a clear direction and a following on it, I really just wanted to document my bodybuilding prep on there at the time. And once that was over, y'all, I checked the fuck out. I was like, I'm done. I'm not documenting anything else. Like I want to like focus on my life. I'm tired of putting the energy into it. I don't have a lot of followers. It was just kind of really that mentality. I don't have a lot of subscribers. So my goal now is, now that I'm clear on the direction I want to take, is to bring this back to YouTube. And because I love creating the style of content and making it more of like my lifestyle vlogs with my fitness journey, my life updates, or helping you guys out on your fitness journey, I want everything in between to really help build more of my brand, because at the end of the day, like, I'm here to build a brand, whether you ever want to work with me or not. I want to at least be relevant in social media in the world, and just, you know, be like an LGBT focused creator and really just focus on building a brand, essentially. And YouTube is the best way to do that, but I'm also doing that on TikTok and Instagram. Let's talk about what happened after my bodybuilding show. So you guys, other bodybuilders, I think have said this. I kind of fucked up post-show. I was okay with my reverse. So a reverse is when you need to slowly increase your calories back to your maintenance level, because after you compete, you are extremely lean. You have a new level of maintenance. You have to get your body healthy again. There's nothing unsustainable about how I looked in the last couple of videos, okay? I mean, I can have abs and sustain that, but that was a next level body fat percentage. I was at 6.5% body fat. Now, I booked 3 trips post-show. One of them I was already on. It was in Austin. Then I went to the lake after that, a week and a half later, where the whole issue with that is no proper food fueling. I was just eating crap food on vacation. After I went to the lake, I went to Costa Rica for my 30th birthday for 8 days. And then 6 weeks post Costa Rica, I went to Argentina, y'all, which I love all these trips, especially Argentina was my favorite place because I'm Argentinian. I have family who comes from there. My mom was born there. It was one of my favorite trips I ever took was Argentina, but I would say that's the nail in the coffin on what got rid of the 6-pack was essentially that trip. The food is the best out there, not the healthiest, but is the absolute best. And I was drinking every day. I was eating empanadas and asados. The whole point I'm getting at, you guys, is that within the span of about 3 months, like 90 days, I went on a lot of trips. I had a friend, my best friend was moving, so we had a goodbye party, I had my birthday party, just all these events. I wasn't being the best with food. And it was really hard to just reinstill the habit. I remember I went 300 calories above my post-show just to slowly build, and I was starving and I was like lifeless at 300 calories more. My body wanted more food, y'all. It was hard. It wasn't a perfect reverse by any means, but you know, I lived life. But I think what I would do different next time is I wouldn't plan so many trips back to back, because I would rather give my body the 3 months to heal, or at least like a month and a half to heal, and then go do a trip to celebrate the hard work that I did. And that leads me to the second part with that. It was very expensive, and I went through a period where I had to work 3 jobs to pay off everything that I did with my bodybuilding show, to pay off Costa Rica, Argentina, and between like bodybuilding's expensive. Like I tracked my numbers, it cost $5,000 for a guy like me to step on stage for his first show. And I can do another video of breaking that down. But the whole point, you guys, is that I had to pay off a lot of stuff. I had to work extra. I was doing caretaking, I was coaching, group fitness coaching. I still have my in-person training business. Online wasn't really a thing. I made a major investment after my bodybuilding show. At the most intense time where I was trying to clean up my finances, I dropped more on a mentorship. So I had to do a lot of cleanup. And I'm okay at that investment with the mentorship. I made all that money back. I made more than $7,000 back since investing in this mentorship, which is why it's important to invest in a mentorship in any area of your life. But what I want to get at with this is that I had to just keep my head down and log in. And I already had TikTok and Instagram and just operating and bringing a business to being fully online to take care of, that I just couldn't even think about YouTube. And I always knew I wanted to come back to it, but I was like, it's not important to me right now. And now I feel like I'm at the stage of my life again, a year later, where everything is doing a little bit better, and I'm not where I want to be by any means. Like, I still am trying to grow my client roster. I'm trying to be a full-time online coach. I'm not there yet, but I definitely am a lot further along now than I was a year ago. And when I talk about this here with you guys, I realize that, because sometimes I forget that until I talk about it. That's just kind of why I left YouTube. Let's talk about like my audience. So essentially, I also made a pivotal change. I started being more open about my sexuality on Instagram. I was already open about it on TikTok because I found that was attracting more of the right guys that would help me not only grow my page, but create a sense of community to whether I want to help them, like them working with me down the line, or just them there supporting my content journey and being a part of a community on social media. I said this on TikTok when I hit 10,000 followers. Like, I was very thankful of the 10,000 I hit, because it may not seem like a big number, but you guys, I feel like there's a difference between having 20,000 followers from a video that goes randomly viral that's funny, and just 10,000 followers, which is 10,000 less, of having good quality followers, of those who you know, share the same relatability to you and essentially create that sense of community. And I feel like I really accomplished that on TikTok. And I'm really happy about that because I think there is a difference between quality and quantity. We all know that. It was harder for me to do it on Instagram because I never had a coming out story. I never openly came out and said that I was gay. I just kind of did things on my own time, sprinkled it towards certain people, including my own family members. So when I had to like go more onto like Instagram to make that more relevant so that I can reach my audience, which mind you, this was on the page that got no reach. So it just ended up with me starting a new Instagram at the end of the day, but not going to go into that. It was hard for me. It took me probably when I knew I had to do that, I should have done it since I started this journey in 2022. I didn't start being more open about my sexuality on Instagram until literally like I would say March of 2025 or probably like February. No, January 2025 for sure. So basically I'm bringing that now to YouTube, whether you follow me on Instagram and TikTok or you are on my email list or you just happen to come here, you guys. I am just here to literally just make it clear that I am definitely going to make this more LGBT focused content, like within the fitness realm, of course, because my niche and my audience is helping more specifically gay men. I help the girls too. I have a couple of female clients, but you know, I have to really do my research and see how I can further reach that here on this platform. So, I mean, whether you are gay yourself or you're an ally, welcome. I'm happy that you are here. At the end of the day, I just care about your support the most. What I wanted to go next into is like revamping my entire fitness coaching business. So revamping my entire fitness coaching business. A year ago, I was doing online. I talked about it like during prep in my vlogs, but I only had like 3 or 4 clients at the time. I only had like 2 clients online. So, and then the rest were in person. So essentially what I did was I focused on hired a mentorship. It dropped like $7,000. My credit score went fucking down. Like it was like 620. My bank started holding my paychecks for like 3 days, which was extremely stressful when you have bills to pay. That literally did not go away. That started in October of 2024. That didn't go away until July of 2025 because my credit score is now over 700 again. Like as soon as I got over 700, it stopped doing that. I kid you guys not. It's been like a messy road. Like my journey's not been perfect. I know a lot of us have shit going on, but the whole coaching business. So I revamped it. I created a product. I created an offer that was really geared towards from human to human, gay to gay man, gets access to work with me on every step along their journey. What I do with my fitness coaching, I focus on diving inside to your life on every aspect to see how we can make better changes within your training, your nutrition, within the scope of boundaries of being a fitness coach and working to get you a transformation, whether you want to lose body fat, you want to build muscle mass, both building long sustainable habits, going through every step along the way. If you have to go through a fat loss phase first, then healthier metabolism, whatever it is, it's, you know, I work on every step along the way and you get access to talk with me over everything daily and gain my knowledge. And that's what I've kind of focused my efforts on for the most part. Like I'm basically, when I focus on my coaching and what I do, it's just to get you to transform from the inside out and from gay to gay. It's, you know, going through the things that we find in life relatable, whether it's from our upbringing or just navigating life itself right now. So I don't want to get into a whole lore about it, but I definitely need to make another video on it. But I just wanted to like kind of touch upon like what I've been up to also on that side. And it's basically because I'm proud of what I've built because I didn't have any of this a year ago. I had one client that lasted 2 months, and then I had another client I still have today, essential for the online portion of my business, and that was it. And now it's like to look at my Stripe account and see how much I've made since investing in this mentorship, taking this leap of faith. It's amazing. Long story short, hire the damn coach. I went into a new bulking phase, and it was the last bulk I had planned to do because I'll get into that in a second. I had pushed the most weight I had ever pushed, and it was successful in that regard. I hit like the highest weight I wanted to hit. I really doubled down on my training, my protein intake increased, most calories I've ever eaten. It was hard, but I put on a good amount of fat in the process, and I was not happy with the way I looked. I got my hair permed back in August for the first time last year. Then I re-permed it in March, and I lost my color. And the color of my hair isn't like the biggest deal, but I did not like the way I looked. I hated how the perm was too tight. I hated how I did not have my color. I just felt like I lost that like brightness of myself. But I mean, that is just something I need to work on personally, because I feel like for me, like I just liked how I looked. But that aside, that didn't bother me because I could fix that whenever I wanted to. And the main reasons I didn't recolor my hair and just didn't want to spend the money, but the problem wasn't all of that. It was a little bit of a problem. The main problem was the fact that like I was the most uncomfortable I have ever felt in my body, like pushing this bulk to its max. I had a high body fat percentage. I did not like the way I looked in my face. I did not like the way even my legs, y'all, my legs didn't even look that great. I mean, they look great, but, and I know my legs are like pretty beefy, but I just wasn't happy the way I looked. So luckily, once I finally got to my goal, I started going into a cut. I'm in the middle of the cut right now. So it's funny because it lines up exactly a year ago from when I was in prep, or now it's a little over a year ago. I am just more happy with how I look, how I feel. And it was also like things like wanting to update my wardrobe. I just felt like I kind of went through some weird mental health issues at the time. I know a lot of us kind of deal with that. And there's so first world problems, you guys. It's ridiculous. But the point being is like, I just felt like this bulk was really hard for me. And it was hard for me because it was the first one I had to do on my own without a coach. So I had to reverse the best I could on my own. I had to go through a new growth season on my own. Now that I'm in the cut, my goal is essentially to reverse out of the cut once I get to around 9% body fat. So just like lean, but not too lean. And then we're gonna kind of stay at maintenance for a while and push as much muscle growth at maintenance as possible till I know when I'm gonna compete again. And that leads me to one of my last things I wanna tell you guys. When am I gonna step on stage again? I get asked this question every day. It haunts me. I'm not competing again until 2027 because right now my priorities in life are to really focus on growing my business, serving my current clients, taking care of my mental health within my fitness journey as well. And sometimes bodybuilding kind of throws me out of alignment. With that being said, I'm tired of bulking and cutting and bulking and cutting, and a lot of it came down for bodybuilding. I want to push more muscle growth while staying lean. And that comes down to just double downing on my training and getting my protein intake in. We will go through a new bulking phase when we are probably a year out from our next show. I'm not good with timelines right now, but for sure it's going to be somewhere in 2027. And I want to focus on moving out. Most of you know I live at home with my parents, been saving money or just trying to survive like most of us. I'm now in a position where I can start really pushing my savings again. You guys feel like you're going through a rough time, whether it's fitness, life, finance, whatever, just know that like you have the power to change it and it will get better, because I feel like I've pushed myself to be in a better position across everything with fitness, finance, business, all that stuff personal now than I was a year ago. And I'm still continuing to do the work, and I just want to inspire you guys. I am right now focused, like I said, building the brand, the socials, serving my clients, and trying to move out of my parents' house and just focusing on life. So if you are here for the ride, thank you guys so much for following me. I am excited to try and get more YouTube content out. Always feel free to drop in the comments what you want to see, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
What it really means to live like golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. Yeah, about to see it shine, 'cause we're golden.